Okay, today we're going to talk about performing a conventional deadlift and some of the common mistakes I see. So Matthias, I'll get you to walk up towards the bar. We're going to make sure that the bar is mid-foot when you look straight down. We want to make sure that the feet are about hip width apart and stacked straight under the hips. Wrists should be stacked under the shoulders, so we're going to keep them nice and long. We're going to initiate the movement by sitting our hips back first and then bending the knees to meet the bar. We're going to make sure that the big toes are pushed in towards the floor. Most of your weight should be mid-foot, gripping the floor with your feet. Shoulder blades nice and back, thumbs over the bar, gripping the bar nice and tight. We're going to bring the shoulder blades down, engage the lats. A slight compression of the rib cage, and then a big breath in to fill the torso, and then push the floor away. So one of the common mistakes I see is going to be a rounded back deadlift. So people walk up towards the bar, they've got no tension in the lats or the lower back. It can be a very dangerous position for the spine, depending on the amount of weight you use. So we're going to make sure that we get upper back tension, so bring the hips down slightly, create more tension through the upper back, through the lats, shoulder blades down, neck nice and neutral, so chin tucked as well. And take a big breath in and push the floor away. Another common mistake is starting with the hips too low and performing a squat. Here, what normally happens is when people lift, their hips will shoot up first and all their load ends up being taken by their lower back. So we want to start with the hips up a little bit higher so the shins are more perpendicular to the floor. Stand a little bit lower. Create more tension in the upper back. You can feel the hamstrings and the glutes tight. You're going to pull the slack out to the bar and then push the floor away. On that note, another mistake is not taking the slack out of the bar and yanking it off the floor. So I'm going to demonstrate what happens. So as you can see the bar travels away from the body. With Matthias, his heels also came off as well and placed a lot of pressure through the spine. There's not enough tension in the leg. So a way to fix that is making sure, again, arms nice and long, nice and elongating, reaching down for the bar. Getting the client to take time off the floor, so pulling the shoulder blades back. Almost thinking about pulling your entire body towards the bar, pulling tension into the bar first. Try that again. Tension into the bar, and then pushing the floor away. Another thing to do here, pull the slack out to the bar, and then keep the bar nice and close to the body. The final common mistake we see is going to be going too wide with both the hands and the feet. So from here, we'd want to make sure that the client lifts off. So stand up for me, bring the feet in closer together and stacked under the hips. Depending on their hip shape, they might want to have a slight external rotation of the toes so that they can get a bit more external rotation of the hips, the knees pushing out, the feet screwing themselves into the floor. So I'm going to do that for me. Turn the toes slightly out, knees slightly out as well, keep the big toe firmly planted, arms nice and long, reaching down to the floor. Before you lift, again, we're going to pull the slack out to the bar, pulling yourself down towards the floor, and then pushing the floor away.